Okay, this question starts by telling me to factorize completely. Oh, and it's a cubic, so that means I need to keep going till I've got 3 factors. Okay, now there's got to be an easy start to a cubic, and the easy start here is that there's an obvious common factor. There's a letter, well, it's x, isn't it, that appears in every term, so it's going to be x times a bracket, and you work out what goes here, and this will be a quadratic expression with a couple of terms, and you need to carefully factorize that. Okay, you can check with a grid that it works, but it's a standard pattern. All right. Then, having done that, it asks us to sketch the curve, and we know that factorizing will help. Okay, especially when we read this. Oh, it wants the points when the curve meets the x-axis. X-intercept is code for y equals 0. So y equals 0, well, we're going to want this to equal 0. How do I find out when that equals 0? Oh, well, look, I factorized that thing in the previous part. So the factorization you've just done is going to help with the x-intercepts, but you're going to get no marks for any of them unless you show them on a clear sketch. So even if your sketch is completely wrong, showing the x-intercepts you found and making a graph go through them will help. But remember, when you're sketching a cubic, the routine shape, okay, y-intercepts usually, and x-intercepts. It hasn't mentioned y-intercepts, and it certainly will have one. It will do no harm finding it, unless by some chance you kind of already know it after you've worked out the x-intercepts, which might just happen. Okay, definitely need a graph though. No mark for any work that isn't shown on the graph. Then we've got a point A, we've got an x-coordinate for that point, and we've got a point B with a different x-coordinate, and they lie on the curve C. So, okay, and I've got the equation of C, have I? The equation of C, what was C? Oh, C is just the this equation I've been dealing with, okay? And I've got some x's, oh, I could easily use that to get y's. But let's look at what I do have to do. Okay, I've got to find an equation of a line. So that's trigger, again on this paper, 3rd time I think we've had this. So an equation of a line is we need a point and we need a gradient, so we can use the y minus y1 recipe. Okay, it's got to pass through the points A and B. So either of those will do for the point, but so far I've just got x-coordinates. Oh, so as we mentioned before, using this to get a y-coordinate for one of those points will be helpful. Now, where's the gradient coming from? Okay, well, previously on this paper we've had y equals mx plus c to find the gradient of a line, and we've had dy by dx. So this is going to be the 3rd method for gradient. It's the 2-point method. So the gradient of AB, I'm going to want to do a difference in y over a difference in x. Okay, and so I need both coordinates of A and both coordinates of B. So I take these x coordinates, work out the y coordinates that go with them, and work out the gradient. Once I've simplified that, do I need a perpendicular? No, because I want the line AB, so I've got the right gradient straight away. So I'm going to do the y minus y1 recipe. Do I have to simplify it? Yes, this time I have to put it in that form, so I keep simplifying till I've got y equals mx plus c. Then D, oh, it's our first show that on this paper. A show that question means that our answer is going to look like this. So it's telling you the endpoint. The trigger for the start is the length of AB. A length is the same thing as a distance. Your distance recipe is the one that looks something like this. Okay, subtractions in there. Oh, and I've got the coordinates of A and the coordinates of B, so filling this in should be really easy. The fact that it comes out as root 10, so I bet there's a bit of surd simplification to be done here. Okay, and K will just be a number. It shouldn't be a fraction, should it really? No, I wouldn't have thought so. I bet K is an integer, but you'll find out when you do it. Okay, have fun with that.